If a character is standing with his feet planted on the ground, obviously the feet are flat, are on the ground. It's not really a great deal to remember when it comes to gestures for feet, and the toes don't really move a whole lot, so it's pretty easy to keep it under control. Here I'm actually drawing a foot and a boot, and this is something I'm actually drawing in a DVD that's just about anatomy because usually you'll see feet in shoes, and that sort of shoe is actually very common. It's like a biker boot, and most shoes have that too. The shoe actually, your toes, the front of the shoe doesn't sit on the floor. It actually rises up from the floor. So I really wanted to draw something to show the toes lifted from the floor in the boot. And here is a woman's shoe. So the whole arch of the foot is lifted. The toes are bent, and the heel supported by a heel. And here's a woman's foot in a shoe just from the side. Pretty straightforward. But apparently not that straightforward to draw. And so next, I'm gonna draw a foot with a tennis shoe on. Again, a very very common thing to run into. I'm really I'm also doing a DVD about drawing the human figure, and I'm not going to be putting any clothes on that, but I do kind of feel like it's valuable to actually do that just for feet because again, it's just so common to see shoes on feet. It's not very often that you'll draw a foot just on its own. Um, I always draw the laces as negative space, so I'll draw the bottom of the lace but not the top of the lace. And then I'll use line weights to give them a little dimension. So I've got the shoe crossing the lace there, you can see. And I'm going to keep this a little bit more simple. Just I don't want to take too long sitting here drawing a shoe, but it's basically how I would approach it. It's if you notice the way that I do the laces and the holes and then the shadowing. It's very much an assembly line process. I don't draw one lace with the hole, all the shadowing, work it all out. I draw every single lace